For his 18th birthday, Tom's friend gives him a BMW, but it turns out to be a smelly BMW from his great-grandfather's era. The friend laughs at the prank, unaware that Tom is a third-generation car washer. As soon as Tom arrives at his friend's house, he is overwhelmed by the strong stench of garbage, as if the place has been forgotten since the time of Napoleon I. Tom opens the trunk to check the condition and nearly faints from the smell of rat droppings hitting his nose. The rats have turned the trunk into their home, leaving behind traces of decay and filth. At this moment, his friend reveals that the house has been left by his father since 2010, but has never been inhabited. This means that for 14 years, no one has cleaned the place. And the BMW hasn't seen a drop of soap for nearly 20 years. The red BMW, once a symbol of glory, has now turned into a rusty heap of scrap metal. The once vibrant red paint is now flaking, dull, and blotchy, corroded by time. The rust spots have spread, making the car look like a piece of dilapidated art. The old Pennsylvania license plate recalls a bygone era when the car still roamed the roads in its glory. The taillights are foggy, no longer emitting any light. The BMW emblem on the trunk looks like an old relic long forgotten, covered in dust and grime. With the eyes of a car expert, Tom quickly recognizes that this is one of those rare vintage cars. Even though the car now looks like a heap of scrap metal, Tom sees its potential with his knowledge and love for cars. Tom tells his friend to help pull the car out of the garage, excitement barely concealed in his eyes. His friend gapes in surprise, not expecting the dilapidated car to be so valuable. The two of them struggle to move the car as if unearthing a long-buried treasure. They pull and pull, but the car doesn't budge. Upon closer inspection, they discover the car's undercarriage is severely damaged, especially the rear control arm. Moreover, Tom has never seen a car so rusted. If it weren't for his father's advice that the older an item, the more valuable it is, Tom would have dismissed the car the moment he smelled the rat droppings. The car is also submerged in mold, with the collapsed garage ceiling mocking the glory it once had. After some fumbling, they finally find a place to hook the tow line. Eventually, they manage to get the BMW onto the neighbor's borrowed truck. Back home, Tom begins to doubt whether this was the right decision. The BMW has been neglected for so long that even it doesn't remember being a symbol of passion and sport. Decrepit, worn, and tattered are the words that best describe the extremely poor condition of the tires. This is not just a sign of decay, but also a testament to the pitiful neglect and abandonment. But then, the resilient spirit of 3 generations of car washers in Tom stirs, and he becomes determined to conquer this dilapidated BMW. First, he clears out the accumulated junk from the car. Tom is trying to save the car with all the experience he has. His hands skillfully maneuver the vacuum nozzle through the interior crevices, sucking up every bit of debris and thick layer of dust clinging to the surfaces and windows. Next, he holds his breath as he removes the trash from the windshield. Its smell rises like the stench of neighbor Mrs. Jane's socks after 10 days without washing. Gradually, the fallen pieces of the garage ceiling and other debris are removed from the car. He continues using a high-powered vacuum to clean up the remaining mess. The thick dust starts to give way to the original colors and materials of the car's interior. He can now see the faint BMW logo. After the thorough vacuuming, Tom proceeds with the first wash. For the first time in 14 years, the car finally encounters soap and water, seemingly reveling in being freed from its accumulated filth and debris. With each wash, the BMW's red color becomes more gleaming, and the logo shines with its inherent pride. It turns out to be a BMW E30, an eternal icon of the automotive industry. Produced from 1982 to 1994, the E30 is not just a model, but part of the German automotive legacy, embodying design and engineering perfection. It's unimaginable what the previous owner did to this poor car. Next, Tom eagerly fills the tires with air, preparing the BMW to reclaim its peak performance. The tires are meticulously cleaned, revealing the sparkling blue and white logo like a shining star. Tom can barely contain his excitement as he continues to clean the other exterior details. Each detail gradually becomes clear, from the sleek lines to the vibrant red paint. From a pile of debris submerged in wet mud, the bright red BMW emerges, shining with new style and vitality. Seeing the car revived, Tom's friend must regret having given it away. Now it's time for the car's interior. The inside of the E30 is no better off than the outside. Tom's friend volunteers to help restore the car, and the two start by cleaning the engine compartment under the hood. Every small crevice in the car is carefully cleaned by the two guys. Next, they wash off the grime using a special soap formula concocted by Tom's grandfather. This handed-down formula is the family's treasure in the car washing business. With just a touch of this soapy water, the BMW E30 truly comes back to life. Tom spreads the soap evenly over the car, creating a blanket of white foam. Wherever Tom's water spray reaches, the dirt flows away with the soap, forming streams of dirty water that wash away the car's decrepit past. Only one more layer of soap remains to complete the job. Thanks to his friend's early realization and help, this washing step goes faster than expected. Once the E30 shines with its gleaming red paint, the two guys finally move on to the car's interior. Tom removes the front seat of the car to inspect it and can't believe his eyes when he sees that inside the once luxurious BMW, a small mouse has been asleep for nearly 20 years. The stench of decay rises, almost sending Tom to meet his late great-grandfather. After Tom removes all the seats, the inside of the BMW is now bare, with only the steering wheel and a floor covered in mouse droppings and trash. Everything is rusty, damp, and filthy. Gathering all his courage, Tom begins to remove the carpets from the car. It seems the Mouse family has been partying for nearly 20 years in the car, leaving behind the foul smell of urine and droppings. Another small mouse lies sleeping on the floor after its night of revelry. Bidding farewell to the little critter, Tom starts cleaning the car's interior. At this point, the only way to get rid of the rodent smell is to use his great-grandfather's soap formula. Next, Tom vacuums and scrubs the floor mats. With his experience, every spot Tom touches becomes dust-free. The carpet in the trunk is just as bad. Now Tom is hanging up each mat to shake off the 14 years' worth of debris. Despite wearing 3 layers of masks that offer protection, akin to a suit of armor, Tom can't escape the rotting and foul smell emanating from the mats. Luckily, his great-grandfather not only passed down the magical soap formula, but also left behind some excellent cleaning brushes. Wherever Tom's hands move, the dirt surrenders. Gradually, the mats begin to look almost clean. Though they can't return to their pristine original condition, managing to clean them this well is a remarkable achievement for the BMW E30. Just look at the streams of dirty water, enough to make Tom's best friend plug his nose in disgust. Next, Tom moves on to cleaning the leather seats. By placing a strip of tape in the middle, Tom shows us the dramatic transformation before and after cleaning. Finally, Tom tackles the steering wheel and other interior details in the cockpit. Tom's skillful hands wipe down each small part, and soon the legendary BMW logo starts to shine. The dashboard and other small details are cleaned, restoring the BMW E30 to its former glory. The washing is done, but as a dedicated car washer, Tom doesn't stop there. He continues with the final step, polishing the car. Each buff makes the red paint shine brighter, like a precious gem restored after many years in the dark. The scratches and faded spots from years of neglect are polished away, leaving a glossy finish that reflects light like a mirror. Finally, when everything is complete, the bright red BMW E30 gleams under the sunlight, like a reborn piece of art. It's not just a car, but a testament to patience and meticulous care, transforming an old relic into a new, vibrant symbol. After 14 years of neglect and dampness, the BMW E30 has regained the majestic exterior it once had.